Hello friends, how's it going? I wanted to do something a little different for you guys today, and I wasn't gonna show my face at all this week. I was gonna just do a voiceover. I didn't really have much time to film anything new for you guys, so I just thought I would talk about something I love to do, which is quitting. I'm joking, but I've been there quitting that job, you know? That job that you're in right now and then you're wanting to quit. I've been there. And I'm also going to be showing you a drawing that I've been working on in the past few days for a new class that I'm working on for Skillshare, which is super exciting. Stay tuned for that. Next month will be out. You will see this beautiful artwork being created while we quit our jobs today. Yeah. Yes, okay, let's talk about this amazing subject. I believe you should quit your job and become an artist. Thank you, that was it for today. I'll see you next week, bye! I'm kidding. Don't quit your job yet, okay? Don't do the same mistakes I did. Trust. And let me tell you why you can trust me, because I am a professional quitter, okay? I love quitting. I am a pro quitter. Quitting. I quit amazing things, okay? I quit universities. I quit amazing jobs. I quit so many things, okay? Quitting can be so empowering, especially if you are a people pleaser like me. Yes, we're going there, guys. We're going there today. If you are a people pleaser like me, you've been saying yes to a lot of things that you didn't really want to say yes to. Am I right? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. So the day you quit, it's the day you say the biggest no. You know what I mean? You say that big no to what you don't want. We are people pleasers in recovery. So hugs. Feel hugged right now? We will be okay. But I know that sometimes this takes us places in life where we really don't want to be. And we're like, how the fuck did I get here? Where am I? Am I right? Let me tell you how. You've been saying too many yeses to things you should have been saying no to. Then you suddenly see yourself in this place, in this job, this reality that you're like, this is not for me. How did I even get here? Yes, that was me. That was me 4 years ago. Listen, not all is lost. You can turn your life upside down and do something new. You don't need to stay in the same career you're in right now, even if it's looking amazing, okay? I was working in a venture capital firm.
Listen, I'm in desperate need of a massage.
I know. My mom loved it. My dad loved it. I don't know if my dad loved it, honestly. But they were proud of me. You know what I mean? Even I was proud of me because it was a really good job. But like, it was me. You know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't me. So maybe your situation's different, but I'm gonna tell you from my experience what I wish I knew before quitting my job, because I was a little impulsive. I did not prepare or plan this out, and like I ended up putting myself in a hard place, you know, especially financially, because I was like, you know what, it's gonna work out. I'm gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, Giovana of the future, she's wise. She's been through things. She knows what to do. Not always, okay? So let's start with our first lesson. Why do you want to quit your job? Okay, maybe you have an obvious answer, but it's not always so obvious, because maybe you're just burned out, but like this job is good for you, or maybe you just hate your boss. You know what I mean? Bosses can be hard.
I think that pretty much sums it up.
So let's explore your why, okay? Because this is important. I'm gonna ask you a serious question, and this is gonna take a bit of a dark turn. I apologize. But picture yourself on your deathbed right now. I know, crazy. Picture yourself on your deathbed, and imagine that you did not pursue your art. You stayed in the job, or you found another job, or like whatever. Do you regret it? Do you? I certainly would regret it, you know? Like, I was in the job and I was happy and I was making money and I was, you know, working my ass off and not having life other than work. In the back of my mind, I knew that I wanted to try pursuing my art at some point, you know? And I ask you this because if you wouldn't regret it, like, let's say you're kind of in the vibe of like, this job is not for me, not feeling it, but what else could I do, you know? Like, maybe I can do some art. I don't know, maybe I try, you know? That might work. Nothing I say here is 100% true for everyone. Of course, you know that, right? You know that. If you're in that space, I wouldn't like just drop everything to go after art, you know? Maybe there's other things you could do. Do you think you are running away or going after something?
Wow.
Like, are you running away from your current reality, or are you, you know, going to grab that dream, you know? If it's a second thing, then you should do it. That's, yeah, like, go after your dreams, you know? I'm a millennial. Positivity. But if you're just running away from your job, then maybe you're just in a toxic job and you just need like a new job. Okay, maybe you just need like a different space with different people. Really take that hard look on yourself, because when you're burned out or when you're like really in a bad space, you know, with the wrong people and the wrong crowd, and just feeling out of place, it's really easy to just wanna throw everything out the window and like run. But I don't think that's the wisest thing for you to do. So deep breath, reflect on it, and find your reasoning, okay? All of them are valid though. If you're in a space that you don't want to be in, find the door and go. You have choices, even if it takes a little longer. Let's move on. Okay, so now let's say you decided like, yes, I need to pursue my art. My art is my thing. I'm living for my art. That's what I want to do. Can you start on the side first? Like, can you start running a small studio on the side? When I was thinking about quitting my job, I kind of started on the side a little bit, even though I was completely burned out. Like, I didn't have time for anything else. Like, it was just working. There was like a more chill period, more chill like time, 2-month period, and English is hard. So there was like a little bit of time where things were more chill in the company, and I was able to like really get out at 6 o'clock, and I had the time to do some art at night when I got home. I started posting again on my Instagram, and people started like ordering things from me. So I kind of felt like this was a sign, like, you know, like I have no following, I have nothing going for me right now, and people are asking for me to make a painting for them and pay. So I kind of felt like this was my sign that, okay, yeah, this can be a thing. Okay, this is all sounding really nice and positive, and everything's possible. You can do it. I believe in you. But we should be a little responsible as well.
My brain is on fire. I'm dying.
Which I'm not the best at. So I'm gonna give you the rundown, because creatives struggle with numbers sometimes. I do. So maybe you do too. Look at your finances right now. I know, I hate it too. Don't click away from this video. I'm boring myself just talking about it, but it's gotta be talked about it, because when you quit your job, imagine you're painting and you're creating your art and you're there and you're like worrying about fucking bills. No, that's not gonna work. I swear to God, this is really bad for creativity. So let's create some safety so we can relax and create, okay? This is good for creativity. Release your mind from the worries of the matrix. Question: how much money do you need a month? Do you know? Because now is a good time for you to start really cutting costs.
Oh my God, what is happening?
You know, like cancel that stupid subscription you did to something you don't really need and you don't really use. You know, you can stop like ordering food and see like what's your minimum living value? What would you know what I mean, okay? Do you have a support system that could help you worst comes to worst? Like, could you go back to your parents' house? Like when I quit my job, I was really young. I was still able to go back to my parents' house. I can still go back to my parents' house. They would actually love it because I'm from Brazil and the culture is different. But I know that in North America, people really hate going back to their parents' house. But you save money when you do that, you know? Like if you have the possibility, I know that not all of us do, but why not? You know, it's for your future. It's an investment. I know it's not easy to live with the parents, but sometimes we need some help and it's okay to get help. So after you do this math and you know how much you need a month, I see a lot of people saying you should have enough money to live like for 6 months with no income. But in my experience, 6 months flies. Okay, 6 months is nothing. I will blink and tomorrow will be 6 months from now, okay? Especially like if you're starting a business and it's like an arts thing where you have to like be creative and sometimes you have like art blocks, like a year, okay? A year. You're probably gonna make money before. You could be making money on the first month. Like nowadays you have so many ways of making money with your art online, especially like you'll be making money in 2 months, okay? But it's the peace of mind, right? It's if you have enough money saved that could like bank you for a year, you have that peace of mind. If you're on month 5 and you're still not making enough money to like pay your rent and your everything you need to pay for the month, you're gonna be freaking out if you only have a 6-month savings, right? Like you don't want to do that. Now that you figured out your finances and you saved some money and like maybe you already have some, I hope you already have savings, okay? I know it's hard to have savings nowadays, but I hope you have savings. It's important. Now it's time to research your options, right, of making money.
Oh my god, what if I don't find the right one?
There are tons of ways of making money as an artist. I can actually do a video on this topic in the future. Let me know if you are interested. I can definitely work on it. But honestly, like you can find a million videos on this topic here on YouTube. So do your research and I really recommend you try some things out before you quit your job. Like, so if you're choosing to do like an online thing, like then start selling some art online or like start creating some digital art, you know, like start taking classes and like start, okay? Because maybe you're like me and you're like, oh, but I haven't done art in so many years and I don't know, it's been so long, I'm not ready, I need to do something else and I need to study and I need to like go back to it and I need to feel ready and like, no, you're never gonna feel ready, okay? Let me break it to you. It's never gonna happen. You're never gonna feel ready. You're never gonna feel good enough if you keep like comparing yourselves with people. And the truth is that no one's ready and no one knows what the fuck they're doing. Everyone's just like trying things out until something works out. And always remember that we are all just surviving on this big, giant floating rock, Earth. So don't take yourself too seriously, you know, just relax and do whatever you can. You don't need to be good, you don't need to be amazing, you don't need to be better than anyone. You just do what you have to offer. That's enough. If I knew that 4 years ago, you guys, I would be in another place right now, okay? I feel like I figured that out recently. Like it's been 4 years of working with art and I recently accepted my art. Like I think I've been trying for so long like to find my style and to like develop my own language as an artist. And we don't need that to call ourselves artists, okay? If you think about it, like the other day I was thinking actually like the famous artists we know, like Van Gogh or Monet or Picasso, they all had phases. Like the famous paintings they have and the styles they became famous for were phases for them. You know, it's not like they started and ended doing that same style and that was their style. Like they were doing a bunch of stuff. It's just that some of those things became famous and some didn't. Now I'm actually thinking like that's kind of like TikTok. Like some things go viral and some things just don't, but you just have to keep doing. Too far. Maybe too far. Okay, let's go back. My point is, we are all gonna have phases with our art and we can experiment and do a bunch of stuff, and we don't really have to be good, or we don't have to be anything specific. You know what I mean? You can just be, you can just make art. And what if that's enough? What if that was actually enough? You know, what if that made you all the money you need to live and you have a great life? You know, like what if that was possible? Because I think we were raised to believe that it's not possible, but it's not true. Like I'm living proof that it is possible. Okay, and now I'm gonna tell you my secret for putting this into practice. Okay, pay attention, take notes, grab your pens and paper, because you're gonna want to do this. It's easy. Okay? The secret is strive for doing something shitty instead of doing something good. I know that sounds weird, but I think all of us artists, like, we really have the self-criticism over our own art in general. Not all of us, but I think most of us, especially like when I talk to my students, when I talk to other artists that I know, like everyone has imposter syndrome. Everyone thinks they're horrible at what they do. Like, you know, and everyone's amazing. You know what I mean? Like we all feel these things and we all look at each other and we know that it's not true. So what if instead of looking at your painting that you just did and saying like, this is good or this is not good, you could tell yourself that it's good just because you did it. Does that make sense? Let me explain. I'm gonna give you an example. About like a year ago, not that long, I wanted to film my first drawing class. It would be the first time I would be dealing with cameras and lights and scenario, and like it was the first time for many things for me. And I was super insecure, I was super scared, I was procrastinating so much. Like I had the camera and but like, I didn't even know where to start, and like super overwhelming, right? And then my boyfriend told me, you know, you don't have to do a good course, right? You don't even have to post it. You just have to do a shitty one. Just start with a shitty one. After that, I started thinking like that for absolutely everything. So every time I was nervous about doing a drawing or a video or a class or a project or anything, I'd be like, you know what? I'm just gonna do a shitty video. You know what? I'm just gonna do a shitty drawing. When I actually accepted, like, I'm just gonna do a shitty thing, and if I have no likes and what, like, it's okay because it's shitty. I made it shitty. You know what I mean? Like it was my choice. You know what I mean? It takes that pressure off, and I'm able to be proud of myself for just doing the thing. And it is something to be proud of because I'm doing new things all the time. I'm trying new drawings, I'm trying new materials, and I'm doing a YouTube channel right now. And I started doing so many new things this year just because of this mindset. Okay, so instead of me like procrastinating and being like, oh, but I don't know how to do it, I don't know if you should do it, I don't know if I'm good enough to do this, like, no, I'm just gonna do a shitty thing, whatever. Like if it sucks, it sucks, whatever. Okay, so do that, it's good. You're gonna thank me later, I swear to God. And okay, now you did all your research, you're experimenting new things, and you're trying, like, you're finding your path, right? Because it's all experimentation. Let's make a plan, okay? Because if you don't make a plan, you're gonna be waking up at 11 a.m. after you quit, okay? And you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, what do I do now, right? You need a plan. The plan can be really anything that works for you. Maybe you need to do a business plan. Maybe you need to plan your week and what tasks you're gonna do every day. Maybe you need to do a monthly planning. Maybe you need to plan your next 6 months, okay? I don't know what works for you, but make a plan that works for you, and it's gonna change. That's the thing. You need a plan and you need to be flexible because your plan's gonna change a lot. And I'm super glad for you if you can stick to your plan. I couldn't stick to any of my plans because things keep changing. You're gonna be experimenting, you're gonna be trying new things, and you're gonna be like, maybe you should focus more on this, maybe you should focus more on that. Like, it's okay, it's part of the thing, but the plan keeps you going. And to wrap this up, something that people never talk about, but it's a really big deal for me, is the space that you're in. Like, chances are, if you're quitting your job to become an artist, you're gonna be working from home, at least for a while. So you should really start preparing your space. It can be really hard to live, sleep, work, eat, do everything on the same space. It's crazy. Okay, it drives you crazy. Okay, so start getting rid of clutter, start organizing your space, you know, like maybe move some furniture, create like a specific space that you're gonna call your office, even if it's just a desk, even if it's your kitchen table. Maybe there's something that you can call it your office. Like maybe it's a candle that you light every day that means you're working. You know what I mean? Creating that switch of like personal life, work life, because it all can become a huge blur if you don't organize yourself. Take care of your space because it's where your business and your livelihood is gonna be born from now on. Okay, so it's special. Like, it's important that you are in a place that inspires your creativity. Like, so yeah, create a beautiful space because that will totally make a difference in your daily life, especially when you're creating and spending so much time in the same space. In my experience, I was really impulsive. I really quit on a whim, like went to work and I quit. Like, I couldn't go there again. Like, I could not. I was completely burned out and dead inside. You know what I mean? And I actually liked my job, so it was a really like conflicting phase. Luckily, I had money saved. You know what I mean? Like, if I didn't have any money saved, I probably wouldn't have had the guts, because that would have been really crazy and irresponsible. But I had enough money to live a long time. I've been 9 to 5 free ever since. I know these decisions are hard and it seems really overwhelming, probably for you, but I believe in you. I know you can do it. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section. And I really wish you all the best. I really wish this is the most amazing and incredible decision of your lives, and that your art business completely thrives and that you find all the success you're looking for, because I know it's possible. Okay, I know it's possible. Good luck, and I will see you next week. Bye.